who was like maybe one of the first guests that came through and you're like, oh, we got him to do the pod. We got
DMX, bro.
Damn.
But that first DMX episode,
the one where he beatboxed, is that the one where he beatboxes and I think Nori does like he tries to freestyle on it? Is it?
Did he beatbox on that episode?
I think so.
We gonna drink. We gonna find.
I don't know if he beatboxed. I don't think he beatboxed. He did a prayer on that episode. Is that the episode you're thinking of?
I think so. Yeah, you guys are sitting at a table, right? It's a tight angle. It's a compact angle where you all could see three. You're all three together. How many times did DMX do the Drink Champs? Twice, right?
Well, technically 3 because we did a COVID episode where he was on Zoom. But yeah, twice physically.
So yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. He beatboxed on the first time he was on it. The first time
he might have.
But the thing is, Nori didn't really freestyle much on it. Nori, I think y'all had a lot of.
What I would tell you about that episode is that we could make a documentary just off of that episode.
The first one.
That first one.
Wow.
Because he didn't know what a podcast was.
Really?
DMX. He didn't care to do a podcast. He did it out of respect for Nori, hands down. But he was in his own element, DMX, fighting his own demons. And what happens is every perfect storm happened in that episode. He was going to do a show in Miami. He was staying at a spot in the beach. We went to where he was at in the beach. He was down to do whatever we were going to do with him, an interview, right? He didn't know what a podcast was. He's down to do the interview. We set up in the hallway of the lobby of the hotel.
That's what that angle is. That's
the lobby of the hotel. Yeah,
got it.
The lobby has terrible internet, right? So our engineer that usually works with us, he wasn't in town. So another engineer comes in, and he's trying to download the applications he needs to record the Pro Tools that he might need. And he can't do it. His shit crashes.
Wow.
He can't do it at that point. So we're like, fuck. At the same time, we're telling him, turn down the music in the lobby. Stop the people from walking around us. DMX is about to come in the room. Everybody's looking at us crazy. Like, what are you talking about? You can't stop what's happening in this hotel lobby. So Nori is outside keeping the dog contained and down to come in. Homie, the engineer says it's going to take me an hour to download this on this hotel bullshit Wi-Fi.
That's crazy.
So now we got to maintain this dude for an hour. An hour. So we're like, God, I mean, we got no choice but to try to make it happen. So Nori's drinking a bottle of Hennessy with DMX outside, where a lot of people think that DMX on this episode is on some other drugs.
Yeah. I mean,
and mind you, I get it. If you're an addict, you shouldn't be drinking liquor. But truth be told, hardcore addicts, they might not see it. Whereas as long as they don't do hardcore drugs, they might drink liquor. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't differentiate between.
I get what you're saying. It's a step down, and you're like, yo, it's not going all the way. This
right.
is like,
but a lot of people saw that episode where he was on some other drugs. No, the only thing I ever saw him do was drink. He drank, and Nori had to keep him drinking for like an hour.
Right.
By the time we get on
and do the pod,
he had drank. Him and Nori drank a bottle of Hennessy. They sat down. We calmed the fucking lobby music down. The engineer got the shit downloaded.
Wow, thank God.
And then we finally sit down. And imagine how impatient he was at that point.
Yeah.
He was like, he doesn't know what these things mean.
What are we doing?
He's like, what is this? Like, what are you trying to trick me into doing now, guys? And then we film, and that's the result. But that episode, super viral because DMX never did that. It was I think that was new to the podcast world, to the viral, bigger hip hop world. I think the bigger hip hop world never saw a podcast like that.
Yeah.
And it went super viral, man. And it just took us over the top. And it was funny because behind the scenes, and this is actually an exclusive, X and his team were like, yo, can we just X that whole episode out?
Wow.
And can you guys can come to DMX's crib.
Arizona?
No, he lived back in He wasn't in Arizona anymore. He was back north. I forget where, but he was back north. They're like, come to his crib, and we could just record another episode.
Wow.
But in my mind, and in Nori's mind as well, all of our minds, we're like, bro, like you can't recreate
what happened.
That
magic
again. Like this is gonna be a whole.
What was your response to them when they asked that?
Well, I said no. I personally said no. The thing is, it's me and Nori. Me and Nori have totally different answers to a lot of things. I said no, and Nori actually said no as well. Like Nori was like nah, but Nori's hype. Like, let's get this out. You know what I'm saying? So we ended up like just saying, yeah, we just said no to the, and we just ended up, and X's team was eventually cool with it, and we ended up putting it out, and it became, and that's what really launched Drink Champs into another hemisphere. Like we came out the box winning, but that's what took us to another stratosphere.
Big moment.
Yeah.
And imagine how crazy that I think his last major interview was also on the Drink Champs too.
As well.
So
and
that's a crazy.
Bro, and let me tell you something, man. The difference between the interview that I just expressed to you and described to you, and that interview, he was in such a great mind state.
Wow, that's a great point.
He was in such a great attitude. Like, bro, I can't even describe how sad it is to see someone, to see that they turn their life around so much and that something that drastic happened to them. He was in really such a great place, man. He was so joyful and happy and joking. Like I could tell, because I could tell from the first episode we ever did with him, whenever I would say something, he kind of like was like aggressive about everything, to the point where we had that other episode and he was just playful with everything.
Different vibe, yeah.
Totally
energy.
Different vibe, man. And it's
very true.
We really lost a legend and a gem, and someone that I feel like was going to turn into a super OG to teach the youth to avoid certain things. We lost someone special there, for sure.
RP DMX, man.
Yeah, man.